What's going on, folks? Welcome back to D-Life HD. This is Victor, and today we are going to be discussing some recent direct leaks and rumors. You know, it's that time of the year again where we're approaching the fall season, we're exiting the summertime, and where things are starting to ramp up as far as game releases go, and like always, there is tons of rumors as far as Nintendo Directs go. So, without any further delay, let's jump right into it.
Switch it up. Switch it up. I was a worker, had to upgrade to a boss. I had to switch it up. Used to live in the hood, but had to upgrade to a loft. I had to switch it up.
Alright, so, a Nintendo Direct is on the horizon. It's basically inevitable at this point. I think a couple people are still skeptical about it, but I myself, honestly, I'm buying into it. Let's discuss the biggest leak so far, and that is that Monolith Soft, in tandem with Nintendo, is about to announce Xenoblade Chronicles 3, or at least the next game in the Xenoblade franchise. A couple different leaks have come out about this one, basically stating that this third game is going to tie together 1, 2, and X, which, for those that don't know, Xenoblade is one of my favorite franchises. I've beat all the games, but X is my favorite, and it left on a cliffhanger back when it came out in 2015, and we've never heard anything about it. Like, are they going to finish the story or what? So basically, I'd accepted that we were never going to get a proper sequel to this one, and the story was going to be left alone forever. But if this leak / rumor is true, then we're going to get a game that ties together these three games that I love so very much. And to me, that's exciting. Honestly, I really love this franchise, and to see all three games get tied together, it's pretty mind-blowing. In addition, some of the leaks have discussed how this game is made specifically for the Switch. I know that 2 on the Switch and the Xenoblade Definitive Edition, they struggled somewhat with the graphical fidelity, but I'm thinking this one's going to be built from the ground up specifically with the Switch's hardware in mind, sort of like how Monster Hunter Rise was, where that game looks great because it was optimized for this system. I think this game's going to look really good. We're sort of approaching the tail end of the Switch's life cycle, and that's when Xenoblade X came out for the Wii U, and that game looked amazing for being on the Wii U, so I'm hoping something like that's going to happen here, where it's going to be the optimal best Xenoblade experience. One of the supposed voice actresses, I'm not sure which character she plays, basically just leaked the fact that this game existed. She talked about how, I'd been working on a Xenoblade game, and so we know this game exists because Monolith Soft has come out and said it, but we're pretty sure there's going to be a Nintendo Direct soon, and we're going to hear about Xenoblade Chronicles 3. In addition, there was a separate leak as far as the game goes. You know, I kind of wish that they'd just announced it at their showcase without it getting spoiled ahead of time, but I'm a guy who covers news, so I got to get all the spoilers and bring it to you guys. But basically, one of the composers for the game, somehow it leaked that they were working on the music, which typically happens at the tail end of a game's life cycle, because especially a game like Xenoblade that has all of these cutscenes and such, you know, they want to make sure that the music is on point for the cutscenes that they've already pre-animated, and so they record the music last to make them fit specifically for those scenes. And apparently they're pretty much wrapping up the music on this game, and I remember hearing about this game 2 years back during 2019. They were talking about how they were going along with its life cycle, you know, working on it, and so, I mean, that was 2 years ago, so I would expect this game pretty soon. If not the early next year, I doubt it's going to drop this year. It's possible, you know, Monolith Soft, they're crazy. But in addition, Monolith has also been working on Breath of the Wild sequel, and so I'm not sure. We'll have to see at the actual Nintendo Direct itself. In addition, there has been quite a few other third-party games that have sort of come out and said, hey, we're releasing this game on this system, one of which being Dying Light is getting a port to the Nintendo Switch, and even though they announced it ahead of time, I think that's something that they'd want to show off at the Nintendo Direct. Also, there's been a lot of rumors about a new Mario Kart game. It's been so long since we've had a proper sequel to Mario Kart 8, that being Mario Kart 9, and I think it's time for Nintendo to move out from Mario Kart 8, which is sort of a hard thing to do because Mario Kart 8 has been selling so well. It's always at the top of the charts, and I doubt they would want to cease fire on such a juggernaut and move on to Mario Kart 9 when, you know, the game that's out is selling so well. They might want to save 9 for a rainy day, but I'm kind of tired of 8. I've done everything that I ever wanted to do in that game, and it's time for us to get a new one. I think that, you know, adding so much more content, sort of making it Super Smash Bros. Of Mario Kart and adding a bunch of different characters from Nintendo, that would make it amazing. They've already started to do that with 8, and I think that really Mario Kart's just going to become Nintendo Kart. I've also heard a couple people talking about how potentially we could see some first footage for the sequel to Mario Odyssey. I think that that's quite possible. We saw a pretty quick turnaround with Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2, and the fact that they're doing a sequel to Breath of the Wild using the same assets. I think it's a no-brainer because, you know, the engine that they've got and the movement of Mario Odyssey, it works so well, and really they could move forward with the sequel, I feel, pretty easily. I mean, they got down Galaxy really well, and then they made the sequel to that, so why not do Odyssey? I would buy that instantly. And honestly, I think it'd be a great addition to the 3D Mario franchise. And also, I think we're going to be able to see some more footage of Breath of the Wild at this supposed direct. There's not been a whole lot of leaked stuff from it, but that main, you know, Xenoblade 3 huge leak that's going on, tons of separate little strands that are pointing towards it. And in addition to the fact that Nintendo has regularly done directs in September or the fall time, it's sort of just pointing towards the fact that this direct is basically inevitable. And if it doesn't happen this month, I think we're going to get one really, really soon. But I don't know. What do you guys want to see at this direct? They've already brought a bunch of Monster Hunter games to Switch, and they're talking about having a Xenoblade 3, so my favorite games are basically covered here, but let me know down in the comments what game you'd like to see more of. Personally, I'd like to see more Splatoon 3, and what other games you want to come to the system that might be shown at this direct. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this video. We love talking to you guys. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like these. Lastly, check out our Twitter account for gameplay of the latest releases. But most importantly of all, remember to always stay 1-up.